Now at 6, area animal shelters report an increase in missing pets after the 4th of July. Plus, the Missouri State Highway Patrol investigates 4th of July drownings, one involving a child. And an area internet and phone provider offers a reward for information solving theft cases.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Firefighters investigate whether fireworks caused a house fire in Carthage. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Yesterday, firefighters responded to the Breckenwood neighborhood shortly after 1 p.m. The family had already made it out safely. No one was injured. The Carthage Fire Chief Ryan Huntley says spent fireworks have been placed in a trash can next to the house. He says that area is where the fire originated, but it's not yet clear if the fireworks actually caused that fire. The National Fire Protection Association says fireworks account for more than half of fires in the U.S. on Independence Day. Now, with the holiday over, the Missouri Division of Fire Safety has a couple of tips for us. They recommend soaking all fireworks, used or unused, in a bucket of water before disposing of them in the trash. And they say we should not save fireworks from season to season. Some local humane societies have been dealing with multiple calls today reporting missing and found dogs after the holiday. We talked about it last week. Experts say more pets go missing around the 4th of July than at any other time of year because of the sounds of those fireworks. But in the 4-state area, another challenge comes along with it. That is, some shelters are at full capacity. Even though they receive calls about missing pets, the SEK Humane Society and Miami Animal Shelter can't even take them in. They have no room. These and other organizations in the area encourage using social media to spread the word.
The first thing we do is scan them for a microchip, check them for a tattoo. Those are having some type of physical identification on your pet is the best way to ensure that your pet can make it back home to you.
We continuously drove around. We went house to house, knocked on doors, and asked everybody, have you seen him? And gave them a description. Me and my boss made flyers yesterday also, and I went around and put that on the fireworks stands, the gas stations. I even handed some out just so people knew what he looked like and had my contact info.
Because the fireworks continue for multiple days, the pets can end up far from home, so they suggest looking in surrounding communities. Tonight at 10, we're going to hear how Burgessa ended up finding her dog after 2 days of searching. We're also going to get more expert advice on how to spot our lost furry friends. Some of us, at least, got a bit of rain. We need some more. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, we did get some scattered showers and thunderstorms into the region late last night into the morning hours, and then just kind of hit and miss showers for us today, and that kind of kept the clouds around, and that's what we're seeing out there right now. Most of us are actually dry. We do have a few little tiny showers right across the northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Besides that, most of us are looking pretty good. Now, if we go out west, this is where we will start to see thunderstorms getting going once again late tonight that will try to push into portions of the region, especially our southern counties after 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So most of us are going to be okay over the next several hours. All right, we're sitting at 81 in Fort Scott. We're at 83 in Joplin, 84 in Miami throughout the evening hours. We slide back through the 80s into the 70s, and we do have those chances for thunderstorms. Of course, we're going to talk more about that here in just a bit.
See you in a few. The Missouri State Highway Patrol is investigating a couple of 4th of July drownings. The patrol says a 6-year-old boy drowned yesterday at Lake of the Ozarks. Officials say he was not wearing a life jacket when he jumped into the water, went under, and did not resurface. Neil Butler has a house not far from where that drowning happened, and he says he has kids on his dock, but with a rule.
We have been actually really well, and our neighbors have been really well about keeping life jackets on our children while we're down here on the water. Please be respectful and watch out. It's like we want everybody to enjoy our Lake of the Ozark waterways.
In Missouri, children under the age of 7 are required to wear a life jacket on a boat unless they're in a cabin. Troopers didn't say if the 6-year-old jumped from a boat or a dock. And in Clay County, Missouri, authorities say 22-year-old Carlos Antonio of St. Joseph drowned at Little Platte Swim Beach in Smithville Lake. Authorities say Carlos drowned after walking off a ledge in the water while swimming. The Missouri Highway Patrol says during the entire 4-day-plus holiday weekend, they reported 8 traffic fatalities and 4 drownings in the state. That's up from last year's 3-day-plus holiday weekend when the Highway Patrol reported 6 traffic fatalities and 1 drowning in Missouri. The Joplin Police Department has an update on their search for a burglary suspect who was arrested, then released, and is now missing. Police arrested 33-year-old Jeremy Blevins on June 28th, but he was released from jail before a warrant could be obtained. Authorities say he had broken into the Alliance building in Joplin on June 22nd. They believe Blevins stole $730 worth of items, damaged the plumbing that caused an additional $1,500 worth of damage. They've charged him with second-degree burglary and first-degree property damage. KOAM Telephone Cooperative is offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of a vandalism and theft suspect. Police say a thief or thieves are targeting grounding copper, but they're also cutting fiber, which poses a risk to 911 services. Although the copper thefts yield only a few $100s, the damage caused by cutting the fiber is a lot more significant.
Everyday customers paying for services, to stream services, for internet use, things like that, shopping online, retail business, all those services are interrupted, and you know, when people pay for those services, they take it hard.
Most recent theft happened west of Neck City, Missouri, resulting in around $30,000 worth of damage. KOAM has reached out to salvage yards in the area with no luck so far in spotting that copper. Coming up, some area kids get down and dirty with nature for a new camp. We'll take a visit. Plus, some kids in Joplin get a chance to turn their dreams into a reality. We'll tell you how. Some kids in Joplin today got their hands dirty, becoming more in touch with nature.
That's a magnifying glass.
Dad, you cannot put the slide.
Yeah, sharing some laughs. Wildcat Glades Nature Group hosted their first Wildcat Camp. Kids had the chance to learn about wildlife, plants, and habitats at Wildcat Park through hands-on activities. They also learned about outdoor skills and how to enjoy the outdoors safely and responsibly. And to some, nature is even more exciting than playing with technology.
It's time to put our cell phones down and get away from our computers and spend some time in the out of doors and just get to know the world around us. You know, kids don't learn to take care of things unless they get to experience it or have a part of it, and that's what we hope to give them, some experiences and some taking part in that during this week.
Wildcat Glades Nature Group plans to make this an annual camp. Welcome to Fantasy Camp, where kids are able to create the universe of their wildest dreams. That's how they promote it. Joplin's Spiva Center for the Arts is holding various camps throughout the summer, and they include this Fantasy Camp. Kids got to build and create things like blueprints, floor plans, and castles.
And we get to watercolor at the end with some paper. We get to draw our castle. We get to draw like a castle. And then we get to watercolor these and the boxes.
Fantasy Camp runs through Friday. Spiva Center for the Arts also hosted a clay camp. Clay Camp began today, runs through Friday, for children 8 through 11 years old. Children got to make their own pottery and draw their own special designs on that pottery. They also learned how to get their hands dirty by using a clay wheel and how to sculpt their pottery into objects.
Well, I think clay helps kids with their motor skills, eye-to-hand coordination. Also, it helps them to think more clearly because they're working with both their hands during this process, which is a good thing all around.
That camp costs $100 per kid. And if you're looking for a way to relax your mind, well, the Spiva Center for the Arts is hosting mindful meditation classes. Meditation, they say, helps you control your breathing and heart rate, all while keeping you relaxed. Typically, the class is 30 minutes long, and you relax by listening to the instructor preach calming words and affirmations.
You're starting at the right and perfect time. No matter how old you are, no matter where you've been, where you're going, there's never a right and perfect time other than the now moment. So if If you're ready and willing, this is the perfect time to start.
I feel calmer already. The next mindful meditation is going to take place in August. A little later, a Joplin High School softball standout commits to NEO. We'll have details in sports.
Plus, we do have some more thunderstorms in the forecast. We're going to talk about that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a much cooler day for us today. We had some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there during the morning hours and just kind of hit and miss through the morning. So it kept those clouds around throughout the day. So it kept us into lower 80s instead of the mid 90s like we had yesterday. Still have the clouds out there right now, and a nice shot. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Now, we need rain. We did get a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, about 1/10 of an inch with the showers that rolled through during the morning hours. But look at our deficit. We're over 9 inches below where we should be for this time of the year. That doesn't take into account that we ended 15 inches below average last year. So over the last year, we're almost 25 inches below where we should be, and that's why we have the drought issues across the area. 80 in Stockton, 84 in Miami, 82 in Anderson, 84 in Chanute. Looking outside, the clouds look beautiful. 7th and Rangeline setting at 83, northerly winds 5 to 10, humidities at 56%. If you are going to be outside during the evening hours, here's what to expect. A lot of clouds holding lower 80s. We drop into the 70s and eventually some scattered thunderstorms back in here late tonight. Most of the evening hours look pretty good. You can still see the clouds are fairly thick, but not much underneath them. We do have, once you get down in northeastern parts of Oklahoma, some scattered showers. Besides that, all these showers have been falling apart. We're going to focus out to the west. That's where thunderstorms are going to really pop up later on tonight and then press east and give us chances for showers and thunderstorms into the area. Still big dome of high pressure, so these waves kind of jump over the ridge and give us repeated rounds of showers and thunderstorms, or at least chances across the region. Let's step through time. Here's midnight, still pretty much dry. Let's go into the morning hours. Thunderstorms start popping up. Most of these are going to be from Joplin, points south and west. So north and east, you will mainly stay dry. Scattered thunderstorms into the morning hours. So here's about 11 a.m. Then they will start to push out in the afternoon, very similar to what we've seen today. A lot of clouds, lower 80s for highs. Then we repeat tomorrow night. Thunderstorms, they build and push in late tomorrow night into Friday morning. So we'll start the first half of the day on Friday, scattered showers, and then mostly cloudy skies by the afternoon. Then we do it again. Friday night into Saturday morning, another batch that's going to roll through. We got to see where these batches set up, but we at least have the potential, or at least a good chunk of us have the potential to get half an inch, maybe 2 inches of rain as we go through the next 3 or 4 days, which we definitely need. All right, 70 in the morning, 78 by 4, high temp of 83 degrees for us on your Thursday. Rain chances stick around into the weekend. I think we'll get another batch Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then we'll start to dry out a little bit as we go into next week. Cooler temps, 83 tomorrow, 84s, Friday, Saturday, 83 on Sunday. Then we start to heat back up. 90s return back to 96 next Thursday, but at least the chances for rain and 80s compared to the triple digits we had last week, we'll take it.
Yeah, and multiple chances. Everybody needs some people desperately.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, the Big 12 Conference announces their all Big 12 preseason football team. And a Joplin High School softball standout commits to a local college. Brock Baldridge is going to have details for us coming up next in sports.
Hard to believe, but we're halfway through the Mink League season. The Nevada Griffins have held their own this year, but as of recently, they've lost their last 3 straight games to the Joplin Outlaws. So tonight, Nevada switches it up a little bit. They pay a visit to Des Moines for the first time this season, going up against the Des Moines Peak Prospects. This is game 1 of a doubleheader that is being played tonight. This is Nevada's first game against Des Moines since opening night back in May. This game's just getting underway with a 6:30 start time due to travel issues for Nevada. We'll have a final score update from that game tonight at 10. The Northeastern Oklahoma A&M softball team hinted that they had a big commitment earlier in the week, and during all of the 4th of July festivities, Joplin High School's Jill McDaniel announced on Twitter that she will commit to Northeastern Oklahoma A&M. Jill McDaniel out of Joplin High School is the second-team all-district pitcher for the Joplin Eagles back in the 2022 season. The senior led the team in strikeouts as a starting pitcher for the Eagles. One of her more impressive showings was a 14-strikeout game last September against Seneca. McDaniel is expected to be on the Lady North softball team this fall. The Big 12 Conference released their preseason all-Big 12 football team. Many of the names on the list very familiar with Big 12 football fans all around the 4 states area. Let's start with the offense. First up is Kansas Jayhawks quarterback Jalen Daniels, who was selected as the All-Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year along with his QB selection. Then the rest of the list goes running back Devin Neal from KU and fullback Ben Sinnott from K-State, wide receiver Brandon Presley out of Oklahoma State, then offensive lineman Mike Nowitzki from Kansas and Cooper Beebe from K-State. Rounding out the list is on the offensive side is K-State's Phil Brooks, who made the list as a kick returner and a punt returner. Now we go to the defensive side of the list. Defensive lineman Ethan Downs out of Oklahoma, who's shockingly the only Sooner on this whole list. Then linebacker Colin Oliver of Oklahoma State, defensive backs Kobe Bryant from KU and Kobe Savage from K-State, and Kendall Daniels out of Oklahoma State. So there is your list. Tomorrow the Big 12 Conference is expected to release their preseason poll, so we'll break it all down tomorrow as well at 6 p.m. The Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals are on the road this evening. Each team struggled over the 4th of July. And now, with the MLB All-Star break looming, the teams in Missouri are just trying to make it through the weekend. The Kansas City Royals are in Minnesota tonight, trying to avoid being swept by the Twins. This game is just about to begin. The first pitch is set for 6:40 p.m. We'll have a final score update for you from that game tonight at 10. St. Louis Cardinals are in South Beach tonight taking on the Miami Marlins. St. Louis is in the middle of a 4-game series. The Cardinals look to split the series with a win tonight. At the moment, the Redbirds are down 4-0 in the second inning. Once again, we'll have a final score update for you from that game tonight at 10. That's it for sports. We'll be back with more news after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to have more on the struggles to find all those lost pets after the 4th of July. Plus, as food deserts become more of an issue across our country, we're going to look at what's being done to solve the grocery gap and how noise-canceling technology modeled after bugs could help you get a better night's sleep. Those stories, a lot more, of course. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Some of us did get some rain today, not nearly enough, not widespread enough either, Doug. We could use some more.
I got 1/10 of an inch at my house.
Did you? There's probably 1/10 of an inch more than I got.
Probably, I think it was actually.
Yeah.
But we do have additional chances. But again, it's going to be kind of tomorrow our southern counties, and then Friday morning our northern counties. So hopefully, if we spread it out, everybody's going to get some good rain the next few days.
Share the love.
Yes.
Sure can do. Final sports note.
All Big 12 preseason football team. It's surprising that Oklahoma only had one player from the list, but how about KU football? 4 players on that list, along with K-State.
Jayhawk fan right there. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.